bad experience. It was day 2. I was on that level where lights are bright and the ceiling is higher, and I feel vulnerable, but open. I saw something across the way, and it was lit up violet, and I couldn't tell what it was. Everything looks strange in this state. Day 2 is like a mild dose of LSD. And I approached it carefully with wonder and awe, tentatively reaching out to touch it. And I got very close to it and figured out what it was. It was a brushed steel that was perforated, lots of little holes, and neon violet light behind it. The brush texture is what had caused it to look like maybe a very large rectangular screen. And anything emanating light could be hot. So I feel my caution was warranted. We were really early, time to kill, and I'd deliberately taken the camera because I hadn't had the camera on my last excursion and had regretted it. Or it was... I had wanted it while I was out because there was so much beautiful imagery to capture. And I see things in a way that people don't seem to. And maybe behind a camera, I can try to share reflections of me. So anyway, time to kill, and me in this good mood, and feeling like even though there wasn't much thought put into my appearance or effort, I still felt like this is a look. This should be on lookbook. I want to see this. I want to see this me from day 2 that walked into this place. And the screen thing, it wasn't a screen, but the light fixture thing, you know, that I'd been captivated by it, and so I wanted to take a picture with it. I thought it would make a cool backdrop, and so with time to kill, I said, "You want to take pictures?" And he agreed. Probably he said sure or yeah. I didn't know what that sure or yeah, I hadn't been measuring that tone. I hadn't been running it through my processors that try to tell me which person I'm dealing with. So I didn't realize. It's always awkward being in front of the camera. In some states of mind, it's like I turn on, and in others, I just keep not knowing where my arms go or what makes a good picture. And I didn't. I didn't turn on in this instance. I just wanted to capture the experience. And handing him that camera was like handing him a gun to shoot me out of the sky. He took a picture and handed the camera back to me and was like, "Is this good?" And it was a good picture, it was a great picture. But I wanted the wall to be as the backdrop. None of the other cluttery stuff in the background. You know, just composing a shot. And he has a tendency to, here is the wall, here is him, here is how he's pointing the camera. At a 90-degree angle to the wall, always. And or to my face, maybe. He like he doesn't want to see the side of my face. I don't know. So I liked the picture, but I told him that I wanted the wall to be as the background, and handed the camera back to him, and I felt seeing that picture that was just kind of like a test shot, like that was a great test shot, and oh, my test shots are often wonderful. And I felt like I was gonna slide into that space where I have this self-awareness, where I can see myself, because I can't see myself anymore. I can't visualize what I look like. I don't know where my arms and legs are. I close my eyes and I feel like a tangle of limbs and awkward angles. My body never feels right. But it had become apparent that he was over it. And I asked him, was it not appropriate to be taking pictures? And he responded as if I'd asked if it was appropriate to be in this establishment taking pictures. And that's not what I'd meant. I'd meant if, like, was it inappropriate to ask him to take pictures? And, like, I don't care what the place wants or what the people around me think. um, and you know, it's like it just seemed like he didn't want to do it, and it seemed like, and I was like you can do this, you know how to do this, and he was like, no, I don't. And I said, we watched Top Model together. I know that you know how to do this. I know that you, like, and he said, I'm not a photographer. I just came here to see a movie. And he took a picture and he showed it to me, and I went, ugh. And he, like, immediately just fucking deleted my fucking picture. Just fucking deleted it. I didn't say delete it. I went, ugh. And I feel like he was trying to destroy evidence, because that picture was me staring into his eyes, and there was so much truth and beauty in that picture. There was something on my face, and it was a very pretty picture, but it wasn't like I'm having fun in the world. It was like, this is an editorial. Because, you know, like, kinda what makes models, like, really good is that they look pretty, but pissed. And that's kind of a quality that I've generally possessed, and I just, you know, I didn't mean to look pissed. I was just trying to connect to the person behind the camera. So I didn't look at the camera, I looked at him, and he deleted it. It's burned into my brain. But anyway, aside from that, like, really good pictures where my face isn't what I want it to be, where I have that look, you know, that piercing, soul-gazing look that people always call me out for all my life. You know, I don't want to have that. So, it meant that I needed to do what my body was doing again. And just be mindful of my face. And that, he had no right to take the camera, to delete the picture. I went, and he just so quickly, so nimbly, so deftly, just, and, I feel like it was absolutely just this passive-aggressive thing that he did. Like, well, I don't want to be fucking doing this anyway. And I tried to talk to him. Like, I was like, you're not a photographer. Like, you can't take a picture. You can't take a picture of me. And he said, if I wasn't here, you would have a tripod. So it's not any different. Like, and I don't know exactly what he said, but he said if I wasn't here, you would just have a tripod. And he said it like he expected it to be well, I, like, this is what I do. And, and, like, I know, I know that, I know that you know, honey, like, how heartbreaking that is. Because the tripod is so fucking hard. The tripod is so fucking hard. The fucking tripod. He's a tripod. He's a human tripod. That's what his service was. The extension of his giving, his ability, his care of helping me in this moment was, I'm your human tripod. The tripod is so hard. By the time the tripod is in the right place at the right angle and actually focusing instead of being blurry and acting like the camera's moving and when it's not, and like, by the time the tripod is where it needs to go, I don't have any energy. 'Cause I can't sit down and get up 20 fucking times and still be a model. So, you know what? He's not a photographer. I'm not a model. And I wasn't even trying to be a model. Like, I wasn't, like, I don't do this. I don't do this so that other people can look at it. I do it so that I can look at it. I do it so I can look at it. I do it because I'm trying to see myself and I can't see myself anymore. So, he just ignored me. I don't know what I said. I was like, wow, you're really shut down, and I was trying to talk about it, and he didn't respond to anything that I was saying as we entered the theater, and I sat down, and I cried through every preview. And I don't know why they showed that Atomic Blonde preview twice. That was so weird. It's like, they're just trying to prolong my suffering. 'Cause, like, I don't really care about the trailers. Like, the movie is what needed to happen. And, like, like, at that point, it's like, I don't want to be here. I can't leave. And if I say anything about, like, I don't even want to fucking be here anymore, he's just, like, input command and however he can interpret the situation so that he gets to be an enormous asshole to me, he jumps at the opportunity. We would have been out of there, it would have been a waste of money, we never would have seen the fucking movie if I'd said anything. So I can't talk about this, I can't process it, and so I just sit there and cry. So I'm just crying through all of the previews and just thinking, like, why am I even here? Like, this is stupid, you know, like, it's not really what I want to be doing with my time, like, feeling good, day 2 LSD feeling, like, what, this isn't ideal anyway, and I know that I can't just go walk around because that's taking liberties with my body. Like, I walked in here, I can't go walk around the theater during the previews and come back and sit down for the movie having my head cleared. I can't go outside and get some fresh air. You can't take liberties like that. You can't push it. The steps that got in there, I was lucky to have them. I was lucky to be sitting there and not in pain, like, able to still enjoy the experience, like, physically able. And like, I'm me, so as soon as I start to feel like I don't belong here, like I don't want to be here, like, it's not like a little, like, oh, I just want to go home, because that doesn't fix the fucking problem. That doesn't fix the fucking problem with me just being this stranger on the fucking planet. That doesn't fix the problem. So, I don't stay, like, close to that. I don't look at little things. Like, I just immediately just, like, I don't want to fucking live anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't see any way to fix it. I don't see anything getting better. I don't want to be this person anymore. And every little feeble-minded thing, I'm just tearing myself apart. Just tearing myself apart. Like, that's so weak, and I couldn't do that, and I'm an idiot, and I didn't used to be this person, and I don't want to be this person anymore. And not having seen the movie that I went there to see, like, I can't as yet understand, like, why I'm even here. Why am I experiencing this? Like, how is this particular thing, like, a valuable reflection of life? Like, what is it teaching me? What am I here to experience? Like, I don't really do anything passively. I don't, like, I have the hardest time, like, just sitting and enjoying something, because I'm always going, why? What's the point? Why does this deserve your energy? Do you know how limited my attention and fucking energy is? Why does it deserve it? And it's like so, you know, it's so not like me, because I don't really, like, sit and have, like, racing thoughts anymore, you know. I just, day 2, there's this lucidity that I'm not accustomed to, so I'm sitting there, and it's like, I'm listening to this bitch just go on about life, and I'm just like, shut up, go away, my God, where have you been, just fucking go. And she was like, oh, is that what you really want? And I said no. I said no, I don't want the empty head. I don't want the empty head. I don't want that. I don't want that. So I didn't like shut that down, and I let that processing, I let that run, and I just, like, did this cycle of, like, oh my God, I'm so defeated. I'm so shot out of the sky. Pain, hurt, sorrow, to anger, like, someone shot me out of the sky. This didn't just happen. Someone did this to me. So, like, anger, like, just, oh my God, so much anger. And I can't do anything with. There's no possible way for me to say to him that I'm angry or upset about anything that he's done. Like, it's, if this is where he's at, where I'm not a photographer, I came here to see a movie. If I wasn't here, you'd have a tripod. Like so unwilling to connect on, like, on the intention of helping me, or of just experiencing it with me. Like, what is wrong? Like, I don't understand it. Like, to a degree, I get it. Like, taking pictures, like, it sucks. And you know what? Every fucking time I don't take a picture, that's a memory that I don't have to look at. And it's like, so why is he so resentful of this? Like, does he not want to have the good times to look at? Does he not want to look at the good times? Does he not want to acknowledge the good times are there? And it's like, well, yeah, I think so. I don't think that this is accidental. I don't think that this is impatience or anything. I think that this is extremely calculated, because this is an entity created, like, apart from who I was with, that's out to destroy me. And I know that. Like, you don't want something to be there? Well, you don't continue to pay attention to it. So I didn't even look at him. Through all the previews, I didn't even turn my head to look at him. I just stared straight ahead tears streaming, and that's what I'm supposed to do. Because that asshole that didn't want to help me take a pretty picture, he wasn't there at the end of the movie, or partway through the movie. He wasn't there. There was a sweet guy. And I didn't want to fight. Like, if I acknowledged what had happened, then changing of the guards, I wouldn't be dealing with that sweet guy anymore. So, I didn't say anything about it. And I wasn't really in a state to either. First of all, like, the struggle was real, putting my jacket on in the car. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm a special needs person. And it was a great movie. And I'm really thankful for the experience. And so when he was like, yay, we had a good time, you know, it's not even like that shade. It didn't even really go anywhere. Like, I knew that he hadn't done that. That was someone else. So, you know, I thought that I was over it. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it. It didn't keep me up, but I woke up this morning, and as soon as I, couldn't really remember, anything except that there was food outside and somebody was sick. As soon as I couldn't, grasp my dreams anymore, I was just playing over this in my head. And so I'm hoping that sharing it is gonna let it go. Because, I've been dealing with that the whole relationship. Ever since I was like, hey, I'm, super self-aware. I could be a model. He's been like, I don't want to be doing this. Fuck this. And I think that it probably has to do with jealousy. I think that he probably also perceives it as an ugly aspect of my personality, like a shallow model ego. I just want attention, and I'm not doing it for attention. Not really, I tried to explain that in another video. I really, really need to be seen, at those heights. Because I don't want that person to go away. And that person is going away. Can you believe that me, Mindy, cannot, imagine what Mindy looks like? How the arms go, what's aesthetically pleasing, how to convey the feeling, how to, love and light. Can you believe that I don't... So, me taking pictures is just me, creating evidence for me to look at, all of the times, all of the majority of life that I've just Good times and shared experiences are so much deeper. Like, when you're on death row. And this is the connection that I have. So I just have to figure out how to not be shot out of the sky, and like if I could just be a bitch back, but that just like you can't fight fire with fire, like. And I don't know how, because I'm just so fucking hurt. like how can, like, you know me. You know I've been awake for 2 days. You know how fragile I get. Like, you see me, right? You see me walking around this place like it's a strange new world. It's the theater I've been coming to for 20 fucking years. Like, like him knowing how fragile I am, like, only lets that enemy part of him that is pushing me away extremely hard and making sure that he doesn't ever fall back in love with me. It just gives away my every vulnerability to the enemy. This has been amazing. To wake up and, like, be focused. I don't feel like this is scattered, or like, I feel like really, really good about how, like, I feel well spoken. And I feel like this is fairly easy to understand. Whether you've been following me for a decade or if you're new here. This is my perspective, this is my journey. And it's not helping me very much anymore. So I just share it, like, hoping that whoever needs to know that they're not alone, like, with their thoughts, with their feelings, with their strange perspectives and over-analytical minds and filters, and, like, I am suffering. I am the suffering. So if you're suffering, remember that there is the suffering. You're not in it alone. We are the suffering. If you're suffering, there are so many other people that hurt and that feel alone. So hopefully this information finds someone that needs it. Thanks for watching.